I'm Jason Klom, and this is Comedy on Vinyl. The year is 1985, the album Whoopi Goldberg, original Broadway show recording, the artist Whoopi Goldberg, and my guest this week is Shawntay Dalon. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And I guess we've traded places because you are from where I am now. And,
yes, isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I lived in LA for 18 years, but you're out there doing some shit.
I'm trying. I really like it here. The weather is nice. I see the sun is coming in.
Yeah.
You just never know in Michigan what you get.
Right. I will tell you, I missed rain, but you know what I didn't miss? All this muggy shit that I'm having to deal with. I hate the mugginess. I can't.
Okay, I will say that's one thing I do complain. I won't say I try to not to complain, but I love the change of seasons.
Yeah, yeah.
And LA does not give you that.
It doesn't.
I'm used to when it gets to close to Halloween, we're wearing our coats and and I love fall. Fall is my favorite season.
Yeah.
There's no leaves falling from nowhere. And it is super hot on Halloween. It's like, what? You have to remind yourself that it's the holiday.
Right. I mean, that was, while I would always convince myself like, oh, I miss weather. And then once I got here, like, I was like, yeah, no, I was right. I absolutely did miss it. However, that sun, which I hate the sun. I'm a depressed little stay indoors boy. But I can't believe this is a weather podcast all of a sudden. But I will say, when I first moved out there in 2003, Jesus, I was like, oh, wow, suddenly my moods are better. I will say that. Having all that sun constantly did help. You know?
Yes, I will say that. Like, seasonal depression is really big in Michigan. Yeah. So to be here, like, I know that's why it's so freaking high. Because they make you pay for having kind of good mental health. They're like, oh, okay, so you want to be healthy mentally. So we're just going to charge you 3 times as if you would have to pay in Michigan. New York is super high too.
Oh, yeah. No, that's also true. I will say, at least being here, I can at least have weed, and that takes care of most of it. So I'm good.
True.
I'm good.
That is true. That makes it better.
Just chills things out a little bit. I want to know, did you pick this album because it was on my list, or was this one you had heard before?
I've heard about it before.
Okay. So what I did then was, full disclosure to everybody listening, this has happened once before. We covered Eddie Murphy Comedian, which is the record, but we covered the video version because my guest had only seen Delirious. I wasn't sure if you'd heard that. So what you were actually hearing is different recordings, like different performances and what's on the record. The Jamaican woman who's on here is not on the record. It's slightly out of order. Yeah. So this is a different experience because, for long story short, I couldn't find my record. There's no digital version online that I could find. And the only thing I could find was the HBO special, which I had to get through certain means. And so what we're hearing is something different, but not entirely, because the performances are still Whoopi Goldberg, like, destroying an audience in the best way possible.
Oh, man. When I say this was amazing, like, Whoopi Goldberg is a genius. Like, I always loved her growing up. Sister Act, Ghost, like, acting-wise and stuff. I just loved her. And The Color Purple.
Yeah.
Come on, it's The Color Purple.
And to have that be her first movie? Is that her first movie?
I believe that was her first.
Come on.
I believe that was her first. And for that to be a first.
Yeah, no.
Like, how? I mean, come on. That ends a whole conversation. Yeah. My first movie was a classic, a classic.
Right.
Babies are born knowing Color Purple. And she was amazing in that. So as I got older, Sister Act was the second thing that was like, every song, Sister Mary Clarence. That was my whole house singing every song. And then we, of course, move on to Ghost. Child, you in danger, girl. Like, we just love Whoopi Goldberg. But when I listened to this, I heard about this.
Yeah.
I hadn't listened to it, but I heard about it. And when I sat down and listened, I promise you, I said out loud, this woman is a genius. Because I have never heard someone like, and maybe it could be my ignorance of listening to a lot of stand-up and things like that, but the way she presented her whole set, like I'm used to when people come out, you know who they are. Like they come out as themselves. When they come out, it's Kevin Hart. And Kevin started talking, it's Kevin, and talking about his family and talking about even with Monique and with the Queens of Comedy. That's one thing, one of the ones that I saw growing up. I shouldn't have.
That's true.
Let's talk about that. I should not have been sitting listening to the Queens of Comedy. But when I tell you, I knew every joke. I got in trouble for repeating certain stuff, but it was so funny to me. Yeah. Like I just can't. That was the first time as a kid I remember just holding my stomach, just laughing. But you knew they came out as themselves, but they were just themselves funny.
Yeah, yeah.
Whoopi was never Whoopi. From beginning to the end. She was not Whoopi Goldberg. It was to the point when I was done, I was like, I wonder the people who probably paid for like backstage passes, were they still gonna get Whoopi or not? Like
that's a good question.
I don't see her at the end, everyone clapping, and then, hey, how you doing? I don't. I think she would have came out as one of these people.
God, that's a really good question. I want to know what she was like, because at this point, when she recorded, or actually, sorry, when this was released, she's 30. And like, so deep, usually for most artists, like that's relatively deep into your early years. Like she's probably got a lot of years under her belt as a performer. And that is the key point where she might have made that decision. Like, do I come out as myself? Nobody knows me as anybody else now.
Wow,
you know, I could be whatever the hell I want. Behind the scenes, I've been studying a lot of different comedians who did do characters either as just a whole persona for their whole act, which there are other comedians who do that. But I also am interested in this, which starts out as a play that is, if I'm not mistaken, was discovered by Mike Nichols, and basically Mike Nichols becomes her, like he becomes the guy who guides her through the beginning of her career, which I didn't realize originally. So he walks her through like how to tweak the show and turn it into something else that then again makes her.
I did not know that.
Yeah, me neither. And then I think it was at a comedy club, and I don't know if she was doing this at a comedy club, where Steven Spielberg discovers her, and then of course that becomes The Color Purple and launches her career. Yeah, yeah.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Because I mean, especially as a actor, it was. To just be listening to it, it was like part of me like, dang, I wish I could just watch this. But just to be listening to it, the flawlessness of her going from one to the next. I was like, I can't. Of course, I know she probably got to throw on a scarf or a coat or something, but mentally and physically, especially physically, when she get into some of these characters, especially the last lady, I was like, oh my gosh, like you have to really, again, be a genius. Yeah. And just be a really great actor. I could see why Steven Spielberg was like, okay.
Yeah.
I just saw this woman play like 8 characters in 2 hours, in an hour and a half.
Yeah.
I think she can play Celie.
Yeah, right. Right. Yeah. And then like, we're actually super lucky that, frankly, if that's her launch, that we ever got any comedies out of her, because she could have stuck to doing straight drama and fucking been just she could have been just an Oscar winner every time she wanted to go. But she took chances and did so much fucking comedy that, like, I didn't watch that much. Well, that's a lie. I watched a lot of drama as a kid, but mostly comedies. So I wouldn't have known who Whoopi was without. Have you ever seen Jumpin' Jack Flash?
I heard of it.
It's such a good fucking movie. It's underrated. Nobody talks about it. Actually,
I'll put it on the list.
I could rewatch it and maybe it sucks, but there's no way she's bad in it. There's no way she's bad in it. My memories of her just being.
She's in that?
Yeah.
Wait.
She's the lead.
She's pretending to be a certain worker or something, or she's working as. I'm probably jacking this up. Let me shut up.
In it, she works at a bank. And this is 87. It's the first movie with I Am in it, because she's getting an instant message from somebody overseas who's hacking into the bank thing. Long story short, she's chatting with him through the whole movie, and he needs her help to fucking break in somewhere and steal some shit. So it's kind of a spy movie, but it's a comedy.
Okay.
So it's her bumbling through shit, but also like being kind of like really good at being a spy. And it's her playing all bits of really good danger, but her being really funny as hell, a physical comedian. It's all of the stuff she does brilliantly. Again,
I know I've heard of it.
Maybe it doesn't hold up, but she's so good in
it. If I would even say it probably came on Bounce. One time, and I was like, okay, I need to watch that, only because I saw that Whoopi was gonna be in it. But I didn't watch it, so I'm gonna watch it.
I don't know why I brought it up. Every time I think of her, I think of that movie.
You needed to bring it up so I can know. To watch Jumpin' Jack Flash.
That's fair. Have you rewatched Sister Act or Sister Act 2 recently? Yeah. Okay.
When do we not like?
They're still so good. They're so good still.
Not only do you rewatch Sister Act, at any given moment, no matter what, you will hear a line, a song. Like there was, I don't know. Okay, I can say this. I was out at a grocery store, and masked up and stuff, and a nun comes in. And I can't even lie. The first thing that came to my mind was, if you want to be somebody, I literally just started singing it in my head, and I start like chuckling. So I'm like, am I the only one? It's like one of those moments. You look around like, I know I'm not the only one sitting here thinking about Sister Act. Just certain lines that just come to you. So Sister Act is a classic, especially in the Black community. Like it's too many gems in it. Oh, and my girl Lauryn Hill is in it. Yeah. Come on, Lauryn Hill. I can't. Like I am I can't say use like words like die and stuff like that, but I am a really strong fan of L Boogie, Lauryn Hill, and to find out she's just. Okay, this is going on in a whole different direction. But she just did a new joint with Nas, and it's just awesome. But we're talking about Whoopi. But Sister Act, classic.
Yeah, right. In a movie where how much singing does she even do? And it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter because she can carry anything.
I think the first one, she did a lot of singing because. I remember when it comes on, she's like the big star at the club. So I think unless they have someone singing for her,
I think it's her.
I believe she do have a cool voice,
right? Yeah.
Let me see. Let me think. Like it was both of those. I think the second one she did, it was like more of the students.
All the students,
but
yeah.
The first one, I'm trying to think if was there anything else I heard her singing in.
I know, and I can't think off the top of my head if I have either. That's weird.
Even the older, like recent films and stuff. I don't think I've heard it, but I do believe she has a really good voice.
Yeah.
Because did she win a Tony for something?
I think she's got it. I think she's one of the EGOTs. I'm pretty sure she's an EGOT, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Whoopi EGOT.
Yes, because she always let people know she's not the first.
Right.
But she is one.
She's one of the few, though. There's not that many. And it might be one of the few really deserving ones. I'm just saying, she's just so fucking good.
Absolutely. I know she was in Cinderella. I don't think she sang in Cinderella.
Oh, okay.
No, Whitney song in Cinderella. It seemed like everybody want to text me.
Right.
It never fails. And the people that I felt like was going to call me, I let them know that I wasn't going to be available. And one of them is one of the ones that is calling.
Of course.
I should put them on live and speaker and be like, didn't I say? No, I'm not going to do that. It's going to be up for life, and I will replay it every time.
I will like warn anybody, if you're going to go and listen to this or watch this, again, I haven't watched the physicality of it. I only listened to it because I want to commit to the sound of it. Like anybody who doesn't know, the last character she plays is like straight up just called Crippled Lady. She's a handicapped woman that has played super with sensitivity.
Okay.
But people could be uncomfortable with it, and I get that. I totally get it. Because if there's anything on here that she wouldn't have maybe an assumed permission to play, it would be the handicapped woman. But again, I will at least say it's played with sensitivity, and I think it is. It's transformative like everything,
I will say, well, okay, we're gonna get into it, but I loved with the because that was the last person, and I straight up listed this person as quadriplegic because I'm like, how she's talking and the things that she's saying, it must be in that realm. And when she was playing that role, and then when the lady was talking and imagining herself not being that, and then she started talking and getting out of that, I was like, oh my gosh, how amazing would have been to watch that.
Yeah, that's the big thing. And at some point I'm just gonna have to watch the video that there is of it and see what that's actually like. But I will. You get so imaginative, you get an opportunity to imagine what the hell she's doing. But I do look forward to seeing what she's actually doing and seeing if it matches.
Yes. Please send me now, even if it's a bootleg. Please send me now.
Okay, all right. I in no way will do that. Wink, wink.
We don't do bootlegs. Please don't, because I don't like my films being bootleg. Right. One of my cousins, another side note, one of my cousins had the audacity to text me one day, I just watched your movie. It was really great. I said, oh, where did you watch it at? Oh, my boy sent me, I got this link from, did you just admit to me that you just watched my film on a bootleg site? Thank you for your support.
Right.
Appreciate it.
Do you understand how residuals work? Do you understand anything like that works?
Literally. I tried to explain that to him.
Holy shit.
Please, do you want me to pay my bills? You know how LA is?
Yeah, right?
But no, Whoopi, it's so much in this. I don't even know which one. I don't know if we could go from the first to...
We do it however you want, but I will say, even starting number one with Fontaine, who if we're gonna do an overall... Now, it doesn't do justice to the character to just say Fontaine is a junkie. That's part of it, but a huge part of this to me, is she's in character, obviously, brilliantly in character and everything, but she's also ready for audience reactions and to respond to them.
Yes. Especially when she was the 7-year-old, the 7-year-old kid.
Oh, yeah.
In the hair situation, you don't know who's in the audience.
No.
You don't know. I don't know. Did someone take pictures when people was walking in? You don't know who's there. So I knew that even when people were talking back to her, she was responding as the character to what they were saying. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This is, not only do you have to remain in character and know who you are and how, and not to get out of it, but you are calling and responding. That is, because you never know what people are gonna say.
Sure.
That's why I'm not always interested in improv. It's cool, but I'm just, especially when it's tell me, give me a story. People say the craziest things, nastiest things. Yeah. So you just never know. But she was flawless in it.
Yeah.
I love it. And with the junkie, I would say with every last one of these characters though, I'm the type that no matter how silly or light something can be, if it's a serious if it's a serious situation within it, I would talk about that situation no matter how, I would bring it up. And how she did this was amazing, because she came and people were still in the joys of knowing they are at a comedy set. but to be able to convey civil rights movement. I mean, Anne Frank.
Yeah.
Like, and still, like, you couldn't leave her set without learning about some kind of history or having empathy towards someone less fortunate. And that's the reason why I was like, okay, this is a freaking amazing set. And she was great within it. I love, even as a kid, I would always bring up the civil rights movement to my mom and my dad. My dad was more of the teacher of that. My mom, she was more sensitive to it because she's like, I lived through that, so I don't. Oh man, this is the first time where I am frozen. Oh, well, I'll still talk.
You are? Yeah, that's funny.
And my hands is like stuck. Please let the audience see that. I promise y'all, my hands are not still like that, and I have no idea why I'm stuck. That's the first time that happened.
That's really funny.
I got real good internet. I have no clue what was happening.
Oh no!
But my mom, she was the type that was very sensitive to all of that. So she was like, I don't want to relive it. Stop watching all of that and things like that. But I was so intrigued and wanting to know the history of it. And to watch Whoopi play as she say, a junkie, and make sure you know this junkie got a PhD, and actually when she said it and the audience laughed, she actually said, oh, why you was so funny? Like, it made you question yourself. Why did I just laugh?
Yep.
Why did I? If that's not a great way of pointing a finger at somebody without them knowing it, and then still letting them laugh through it, it was great. Cause
it happens a second time too, because she said at some point, she said, my forte is history from the 20s to the present time, which is so specific that it is formed like it's a joke, but it's only a joke if you are disregarding the character as a junkie and are basically trying to take away a layer of their humanity. Let's face it, if you're a white person in the audience and you were making a lot of assumptions about not just a junkie, but her being black, and we don't know the color of Fontaine, I don't think.
Together,
and
you have formed.
And it's a shitty laugh to me. At that point, people are laughing again, and then she's just like, okay, let's play with this again. I'm going to call you out on it a second time.
I love that. And that's what I love. Because it's like, like you just said, like, okay, so y'all didn't learn the first time.
Right.
That when I asked you, why are you laughing at me, at this person? But it's funny because you can kind of separate the two. Though she never came out of character, you can still think, oh, Whoopi is like really checking them right now. Okay, so what's so funny? Do you? So you assumed that I was just this uneducated person that just don't know anything. Like, and then the way she talked through it, you know, and you know, like it was so smooth. And it makes you wonder what was all the story of why that person became in the situation that they're in. But it was refreshing to know the history of them. And then for just the sake of saying what she claimed to be within it, for her to say, I'm a junkie, but then go to the Anne Frank Museum, this junkie going to the Anne Frank Museum, learning about what happened to Anne Frank and everything and the history of that, and just was like, oh no, I need to get out of here. This is too much. Here's someone that's a junkie is saying, no, this is just too much. And of course the sign that she said when she saw it, the children are able to see light at the end of the tunnel and see the good in you. Like,
yeah, there's even a moment where she's talking about where she sees a quote, or where the character of Fontaine sees a quote, because I don't think we get any gender or race from Fontaine, if I'm not mistaken. At no point the audience assumes what they want. But at one point when she talks about this quote from Anne Frank, and then says it doesn't know that it's from Anne Frank, there is this same moment where, as Fontaine, she is also sort of taking for granted who Anne Frank was. She's like, there's no way Anne Frank said that. She lived through all this shit. And she's like, nope, she did. And then that's when she talks about, oh, that is what children are like. And then and then she talks about how, like, she tries to integrate that into her life a little bit, and talks about if somebody breaks into her house. I can't remember exactly how she puts it, but basically if somebody breaks into her house, she'll consider that they're a person, but she'll still beat their ass, if I'm not mistaken, is how it goes.
Yes. Yeah, like no. And then, like, even the alien part of her talking about how people calling these humans aliens.
Yeah.
And comparing herself to the alien, which it was valid, because just like the audience was laughing at the junkie for being educated, it was like you thought more highly of yourself, or thought this person to be abnormal. Yeah. So for her to start talking about the gratefulness that aliens have within this country while being mistreated and everything, it's so crazy that we're even talking about a comedy album now.
I know.
Like, that's the crazy thing. Yeah. Like, I had to really just listen to myself, like, but we're still talking about comedy though.
Right.
Like, I mean, it's how she presented it. It's how she did it. That was, it was so clever.
And it's funny. It's like, if I had run across this, because this honestly is, if in a store where there are comedy albums, this might not even end up in that category. But I think I considered it one because I think a year into this podcast, Jesse Thorne, who's a very famous podcaster, picked this record because this is one that he would pick up from the library all the time and listen to. And I don't know if I even would have considered it comedy at first, until you obviously get into it. And obviously she's getting a shit ton of laughs because she's Whoopi Goldberg. And she knows how to turn this sensitivity into comedy, because I think it's the only way to make this stuff work.
The only way.
Otherwise, it becomes just every other one-person show. It becomes... And those can tend to be cloying and terrible and boring unless you are as invested as she is, and invested in pulling jokes out of it.
That is true. And then when you saying things that may, I won't even use the word offend, but make people look in the mirror, they're not going to want to give you a laugh.
Right.
Like, I didn't come here for a lecture. I came here for you to be funny. But she was able, I don't know, I kept saying that to myself through the whole thing of, how am I, like, I'm really laughing with her and at this, but we're talking about some serious issues, and she's making you think about serious issues at the same time, laughing. It's amazing how she did it.
This is like, I mean, I'm curious, like, what, in terms of your own training, like, what's the kind of deepest character study you've ever had to do where you try and get into this kind of mind? I mean, most actors at least try and get into the mindset of the character. Otherwise, what the hell are they doing?
Get in the mind. I am so careful. Like, when I first started, I used to be like, whatever you send me, let's do it. But as I got older, I started being more careful with the roles that I accept or that I do. Like, I love those challenging roles where you do have to mentally go to a different place. I love those. The roles that makes me nervous are the ones I want to do. But I'm not the person that's interested in being stuck in something. They said cut and everybody going home happy, and I'm balled up in a corner. Like, I would never forget. It was years ago. This was one of my first managers. I won't say her name. But she in a famous family. At first I was gonna say her name, but we're not beefing or nothing. We're not. I can say her name is Carla Gordy Bristol. I love her. I absolutely love her. She was great. But I would never forget she this was, I mean, many years ago, probably like 10 years ago. We went to a event that she was invited to, and one of the speakers was Halle Berry. Mm-hmm. And that's when Halle Berry was doing Dorothy Dandridge. Mm-hmm. And I was excited. I'm in front of Halle Berry, and they doing a Q&A and everything, it was great. But it was something they asked her, and she said she knew that she was really into the character when she woke up in a bathroom tub, just randomly woke up in a bathroom tub. She started having these blackouts. Like one time she woke up on a balcony. One time she woke up in the bathroom tub. One time I think she said she woke up under her bed, and she just, it was like she didn't understand what was happening until someone in her camp said, "Do you know that Dorothy Dandridge used to have these blackouts?" Dorothy Dandridge used, like, that's something that was, and she said at that moment, that's when I knew I tapped into this woman, and I was so happy. Everyone started clapping. When I tell you, I turned to my manager and I just was shaking my head. No, I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to do that. That's not me. And my manager and Carla was like, "No, you don't have to." Shout out to my new manager, Karen. I don't want to get mixed up. Karen Foreman, I love you. Thank you. But in this aspect, I got so nervous. I said, is that what people are expecting me to do in this industry? I don't want to be waking up in no bathroom tub. I don't want to be having blackouts and all this stuff just because somebody else did. I know it's certain method acting. Sure. It's certain things that people like to get into. I know I love Uda Agin. I love her teaching and stuff like that. Sure. But this recent role that I did for actually a project I wrote called Booked. Mm-hmm. It is an anti-sex trafficking film. Mm-hmm. And it's some seriousness stuff within it. And with the role, I really had to, I had already for years volunteered at safe houses, and I'm really passionate about helping these women and young boys that are trapped into this. Bringing in seriousness stuff within a comedy show.
It's all right.
But for that role, it was me tapping into a world mentally and physically. But it's certain things that I learned to do. One, I pray before everything. But just reminding myself that who I am, that I'm Shawntay. So I can, like I was playing Portia. So when they said cut, I would make sure to either touch something of mine, either I love lavender, like it just calms me and things like that. Because I'm gonna give that dope performance when you say action. You gonna think that I'm just in this crazy mental state. Yes, you are. But when you say cut, Shawntay is about to find the funniest, happiest, gleeest. Because I don't want to. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes it do come home with you because it's acting and it's character work. It really is, but to live it is a whole different story. We have, unfortunately, some tragic stories of actors not being able to get out of character and but turning to drugs and turning to pills and liquor and things like that. I know unless you're proactive, because it's easy to get into that. Because if you're an actor, you understand it. But if you're not, you tend to say, well, why they just won't, like, it's when it's done, just let it go. Yeah. It's like becoming someone else is really becoming and making it. When we enjoy films, when we enjoy TV, we're enjoying it because we're believing we're watching a real person. that takes training. That takes time. That takes a lot of time to capture, because we know bad acting when we see it. And it just takes a lot of time and work for people to believe that you are who you are. So to get in it, it's hard to just snap a finger and just say, okay, I'm done, I'm out, I'm going home, you guys. So you just have to be proactive of learning how to manage it. So for the role that I just recently did, I did some managing.
I respect that method of getting out of it, because you don't ever hear people talk about that. Actually, you usually hear about the other thing, and I'm supposed to be excited for Daniel Day-Lewis that he can't not be called Abraham Lincoln on set. I don't care. I don't give a shit. I don't care.
Oh man,
I'm sorry. I'm sure it's fine, and I'll bet his performances are great. But simply because of the behind the stage stories, I've never watched a Daniel Day-Lewis movie. I just can't.
Oh man, I don't know what happened. I'm out of the loop. What'd he do?
Everything. Every time, every movie. It's, you have to call me my character name. I don't respond to anything else, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. Now, some of that's probably exaggerated. Some of that is, most of it's PR. But any level of that, I'm just like, I don't know. If it only hurts you, I guess, then fine. But it sucks to hurt yourself. But if it only hurts you, I guess that's okay.
There are, I have run into those. And it's,
Name names. Like, I'm kidding.
I would say this, when I have cross paths with actors that way, I just honestly just be like, okay, just make sure I'm not around them, because I don't want to do nothing that will that they would think is triggering or that is disrespectful or anything. But I also don't want their method of what they want to do mess up me or want me to think I'm off because I just want a bag of chips. Your character wouldn't eat that. Listen. I can turn on and off eating a bag of chips, okay? And I know some people they do that, and I remember having a healthy debate with someone about this, because there was an actress recently who, because I don't want to start like calling out names, and they be like, oh, Shawntay Dalon goes off on. It's like, no. But because she's a wonderful actress and a wonderful singer, but she recently did a role, and she publicly said that for this role, because the person she was portraying was a smoker and a drinker and things like that, she started smoking and she started drinking, and her family was like, I don't want to be around you because I don't like you like this. And she was like, well, that was this was my first role, and this was the cost of it. And I read that and was like, no, please do not do that. But it didn't help that she won an award behind it. And I was like, because I was on it before the award happened. I was like, y'all, please don't, like, with my actor friends, I was like, y'all, this ain't it. We ain't finna become alcoholics because this character is, because when they say cut, you're gonna still be wanting a pint of liquor. Yeah. Do not do that. And especially, I mean, if you're not a smoker, you start smoking because it's like, that's not, they call it a habit for a reason. That's not something you can just say, okay, I'm done.
Right.
Your body gonna say, where is the nicotine? Where is it? And then you don't want your family to as well. Now when you get a role, they ain't excited for you because they thinking, oh, here we go again.
Right.
Gotta deal with these crazy antics. I just felt that's not the way to go. But when she won the award, these same people came and was like, see, Shawntay? See? So it didn't help my case, but I still stuck to my guns. I said, no, I would not risk risk it for an award.
No. If the character had a ton of face tattoos, are you going to go hire what a normal person would do as a makeup person, or are you going to get your fucking face tattooed? Come on.
You don't need, like, I'm just, like, did Jamie Foxx go pull his eyes out when he was playing Ray? Like, come on. I could understand him walking around. He putting a black thing over his eyes and walking around.
Little experiment. Why not? Sense.
Absolutely.
You know, get an idea of the senses. That's a thing. That's a study.
Absolutely. That is studying. That is training. That is getting to know. Like, I do that with a lot of roles.
Sure.
Like this next role that I'm gonna do, she's vegan. Mm-hmm. I have literally started. I'm a month in. Pray for me, because chicken is
sure.
Oh Jesus! But
I'm vegetarian and I couldn't do this, so I'm just letting you know I couldn't do vegan. So that's the thing.
This is what I said, because when I first said last month that I was going to start doing this, and the people I contacted, they was like, "Oh, girl, you may this may be your lifestyle after this." And I was like, you never know. When I start doing this, I said no. Mm-hmm. I know for a fact when they say cut and we done with this, I'm gonna be like, "Yep, bring me the biggest steak." Mm-hmm. Like or even the furthest I have, like during quarantine last year, my whole thing was I'm gonna be pescatarian, like, because I do love seafood and things like that. Mm-hmm. Of course, being vegan, they start saying, "Well, here goes this video about fish and mercury," and I'm just like, "Leave me alone! Let me have something." But I'm not. I would say that you do, as an actor, as a performer, you do want to, if certain things come with the role, you do want to get to know it. Like, I want to know why this character is so adamant about being vegan, and I want to know the foods she's speaking of and how they taste and things like that. I do want to know that, so that's why I'm doing that in that area. But I have played roles where someone has smoked. I have played roles where someone's an alcoholic. I'm not about, you're not about to pour some cognac in this drink so I can become better, because I'm gonna just be sloppy drunk on your set. And
right.
I try my hardest not to knock other people's choices of how they will deliver a role, but I'm an advocate of good health, of self-care, and mental stability. And when I see anything that goes against that, even if it is in this business, I don't care if a award comes with it. Because that award is on your mantle while you dealing with liver failure.
Yeah, right.
I want to be happy. I want to actually be able to live.
I bet Whoopi did not try Johnny Walker Red and Comet just to play the surfer chick.
Say it again.
I bet Whoopi didn't try Johnny Walker Red and Comet and jump up and down.
Exactly. I would love to hear her backstory. I need to look up interviews. I would love to hear her backstories with playing these roles and things like that.
Yeah.
Especially the Valley girl.
Yeah. Who insists she isn't a Valley girl. She says she's a surfer chick, but come on.
Insists that she's not a Valley girl and that she is. Oh my gosh.
He's like, "Hi," and I was not ready for this kind of heavy conversation. That is such a good joke.
And then the thing is with this one, it's like she dropped the bombs at the end, almost at the end of it, and then just leaves you. And I was like, wait, did she just say this girl is 13 going on 14? I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
I said, it's a statutory rape? I was so...
It's fucking rough, man. It's a rough album.
Just listen to, what was I just laughing at? All this time I'm thinking this, it's this girl that's probably in college and just da 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 da. And then all of a sudden, this woman is not woman, excuse me. This 13-year-old just went in the bathroom with a hanger and gave herself an abortion.
Yeah.
Not because she wanted it, but because everyone she told she was pregnant to was like, this is a bad idea.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah. With that in mind, do you have a favorite segment on what we heard?
That was an interesting segue. Of the one she played.
Yeah, is that because so we have Fontaine, we have quote unquote surfer chick, we have the little girl, we have, I don't know if there's a name of the character, I apologize, but the Jamaican lady, and then there's the lady who is entitled Crippled Lady on the album.
But I tell you, on my list right now, I have Kingston Jamaican Lady. So you are totally fine. Let me see.
You don't have to have a favorite, but I always like to ask that.
I last night I remember feeling like I had a favorite, but it's different things about all of them that got me. The shocker, literally the one that just was like, oh my gosh, was the Valley Girl. The one that as an actor, I was like, oh my gosh, she is amazing, was the last one. The Crippled Lady. But we know, please y'all don't try to cancel me.
No. That's what it's titled, and I will say, as a person who's at least somewhat handicapped, I'll give you permission to say crippled. Does that help? Does that help for this one?
Okay. See, I had his permission, y'all. As an actor, that one was like, oh my goodness, because I would recommend the audience to listen to it, because even if you're not watching it, you can hear what's happening. And for her to come out as a crippled lady, and then but when the lady starts to talk about her desire of not being, because she has somewhat of a distorted voice in the beginning, and within this same speech, when she starts speaking of the way she wished she wasn't talking like that, she began to talk, like just talk, and then she goes right back into her. I was like, oh my goodness. So as an actor, that one is special to me. But if I had to choose like a one that was, it had to be the Junkie.
Yeah.
Because so much, the story of it.
Yeah.
Because that's one thing I don't think, if you're not an actor or not a performer, period, because you don't have to be an actor, with comedians and with stand-up, I applaud them. I applaud every comedian that can do stand-up, because people don't understand that is a script that you still need to when you go up there. Yes, they're prepared if you're going to be an idiot in the audience and try to heckle them. They're prepared to come at you. And they're going to let you know, I'm going to go off on you. And they could come out of their script. But it's still a matter of saying stories that, one, is interesting, and two, being able to deliver them in a great way is not easy at all. Not all comedians can do stand-up. Like, that is the absolute truth. So for her to take this story, amazing story, execute it in incredible way, and the things she was talking about within it as the Junkie, it was like, wow. I would be surprised if one person walked out of that show and did not look at someone who was homeless or not well off on the street and then look at them differently.
Yeah. Yeah. It's also impressive, like, if I'm not mistaken, just based on the length, looking at the track list, on the record version, it's shorter here, but the Fontaine piece is all of side one on the record, 33 minutes and 5 seconds.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure all of side one is Fontaine, and then the side B is Surfer Chick, Crippled Lady, and Little Girl. That's the order, so it's a slightly different order, and the Jamaican Woman is nowhere on the record, but Fontaine is side one, the whole record.
I'm more intrigued of why, like, why would, out of all of the ones she chose, why is Fontaine? I have guesses because all the things she's talking about and the fact of how the audience was responding. I feel like she piled on that. It probably, I don't know, if I had to guess, I don't think it was meant to be that long, but since the audience responded the way they did, she was like, okay, we're finna do this because y'all want to keep laughing at this person, and I'm about to make y'all feel real stupid.
I also can tell you, and this is something I didn't know until the other day, because obviously a million artists flow through this show, so I don't have like an encyclopedic knowledge, but like her next record, and she only has a few, honestly, really. I think she had a CD a few years out in the early 2000s. That was the 20th anniversary show of this. But 3 years after this, she has one record, which I'm assuming is the one show, that is only Fontaine, and it is 50 some minutes of just Fontaine, both sides. So she loves this character.
I was
obviously
just about to say, is she? I think she saw how responsive people was to Fontaine and was like, okay, I'm about, because Fontaine is an amazing, like, I didn't even know this, and yet that I did choose that one. If I had to choose out of all of these, Fontaine was, and because she's delivering it so good, like, it's so amazing. And then you put into perspective the things she's speaking about. It's amazing. It's amazing how she could do that and it still make you know that you're still at a comedy show, and it's not like you're laughing at the seriousness. It's not like you're laughing at, I mean, come on, if you sitting there laughing at Anne Frank, you not only are you about to get canceled, you're gonna get dragged out of somewhere and sued and like anything they could think of. So it was not that at all. It was her showing how oh my god, like how she was even talking about like Anne Frank forgave these people. She was like, you didn't even make it, how could you forgive this? But seeing how the pureness of this child made her want to change towards other people was amazing. So
she also does this bit as Fontaine within that same thing that you're talking about, where she's talking about something she's reading, and then she uses the phrase, they sat with no sound, and then she pauses a solid 5 seconds or so and says, nerve-wracking, ain't it? And it's just such a good bit because I will tell you, 5 seconds, actually it's more like 10 seconds, 5 seconds into that, I'm like, I might start crying unless she says something. So can you please start talking? And then she does, just at the time when I probably would have burst into tears otherwise, because it's
exactly
so cool, you know.
And she was not lying. Like it is not like she make you feel uncomfortable because make you go right into what she was feeling, like what Anne was feeling, and it's like it's nerve wracking. It's like, dude, you know it is. Can we move on? Like this is not. Just please. But it's how she do it. That's why I'm gonna keep using this word. She is a genius for this.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not easy. Oh, this is not easy. You have somebody think they can duplicate this thing. I would love to see it. She would probably encourage them to do it, but I don't think they'll do it how she did this. No. Especially not Fontaine. Now I know later on today, because after this I'm gonna give me something to eat. But I know later on today I'm going to find everything I can on Fontaine, just to see what even I love commentaries, and I love learning about the behind the scenes and things like that. Mm-hmm. So I'm so intrigued to hear her speak about. I'm so sorry that I'm still stuck in this. I'm just looked
fine. Up. You are fine.
I'm still stuck in this. My hands is expressing what I was saying, my eyes closed.
You know, I thought about like stopping your video and having you start it again, but like I also didn't want to interrupt you because this has been one of the more like fun, informative, like we have been nonstop talking and I love it. So that's the only reason I didn't interrupt with it. But
thank you. Because I tell you, my siblings, they be like, would you shut up? Like, no, I cannot. My mother named me Shawntay. Shawntay means to sing. Sing means to speak. It's her fault. I did not do this to myself. I used to look, when I was a kid, I literally told my mom, which both of my parents absolutely love them, rest in peace. I told my mom, because she was like, oh, would you just stop talking? I said, you did this. I think I was about 15. I said, you did this. I said, I know what my name means. My name means to sing. Do you know what sing means? Sing means to speak. This is why I'm going to college for speech communication. This is why. And she could not take me. She was like, you need to go to a class or something. Get out of my face. No, I'll do what you would like. I mean, I have on my cute scarf. At least you got part of me earlier. It's just, jeez. And this never happened. I'm honest. I have done so many auditions. I have had so many.
Oh, right. Of course you have to do that shit. My God, right.
Pray for me.
I will.
When you get in the privacy, please just send up one for me. Because when I tell you, and I used to be the one where when I got an audition, I would be like, oh, I hope it's self-tape. This is pre-2020. I hope it's self-tape. Because, I mean, I kind of sometimes like going in, but if it was last minute, like if it was if they gave it to you today and your audition is tomorrow, because they do that. Mm-hmm. I'm like, come on. I know my hands gonna be shaking and stuff like that. Okay. I could give an amazing performance, and I still, it's just this thing with my hands and my fingers. That's why I move my hands. See, that's why I'm stuck in that position in this thing where my hands is up. But I used to be that person where it was like, okay, I'll do that. Now, please put me in front of a cat, please. I will wear 2 masks. I will step 10 feet away from you. Just please, just let me come in. Like I'm vaccinated. Just please, just come on, because this computer situation. And I think we're gonna be in this. Like I think they're now adapting this. That's the thing. Like I don't think I will say this. 2020 showed this world and also this industry the changes that could be made. We were never put in a predicament where we had to find out another solution. So we just always said that can't be done. Yeah, that can't be done. And then you find out, oh wait, you can just do this. We don't have to every 50 people ain't gotta be behind this camera. And you ain't got to literally, people don't understand how nerve-wracking that is as an actor when you're on set and you're trying to get into this role. And it's just like 50 folks just staring at you, just there, no reason.
I've only auditioned like twice, and that was enough to tell me this is not the type of acting I'm going to be doing. Thanks so much. I'll act for my damn self. I can't do it. I can't. I can't.
Please tell me more.
Oh, it just sucks. Like I'm too nerve-wracked. I've tried to get agents and I can't be, for the same reason. I'm just like, they want me to cold read some shit and put some ginger on something that is the worst dialogue I've ever seen in my life, and I don't give a fuck. I have no patience for it.
Oh man.
At least I didn't go to school for it. I went to school for filmmaking, waste of money. But, you know, I've since acted plenty just in my friend's stuff, and that's turned out to be okay. I'm not on segue Brooklyn Nine-Nine. By the way, you were so good.
Thank you so much.
They gave you what, 2 scenes, but I think I mentioned this on Instagram, but I'll tell you, like, it is you had the challenge of playing the voice of reality of some real strong shit. They put you on the show to represent everything that happened in 2020 except for the pandemic.
No pressure at all. And I was like, who's watching my Instagram? Like no pressure. When I say that's the story of itself of that audition, because I had to send in 2 different tapes because I sent the first note, going back to them giving you something and changing at the last minute. Love y'all. But they sent one script. They sent the script and I loved it. When my agent sent it to me, my manager let me know it was sent. I was like, oh my gosh, like, did they just write this for me? Like, this is amazing. I have to do this. And because I was, of course, if anybody that know me in any way, I am Black Lives Matter all the way. I was that, the protest during 2020 was the only thing that got me up out the house. Yeah. Even with COVID rampant, I was like, wear my mask, wear my sign, I gotta get up out. Yeah. And I did. So that really is important to me. So when that role came about, I was like, okay, I have to do this. So they sent it to us, and I would say they didn't lead you on how to do it or anyway. But of course, when you read it, you're going to talk like this is a Law and Order episode.
Of course. Yeah, of course.
So that's how I did it. And me and my reader, we got it done like a few days before the deadline and sent it in. Thank God we sent that mug in a couple of days before, because they sent a note to everyone afterwards, because I guess they were getting tapes of very seriousness. And they sent a note and said, you got to make it lighter. Okay. And I was like, oh, Jesus, this cop just beat me up.
Yeah.
How about to? So and then I only had 1 more days because the deadline was coming up. So I had to hurry up and send it in. Because I even asked my agent, like, is the deadline still the same? And she was like, yes. I was like, ooh, okay. And so it's, through training and things like that, I've learned how to break down a scene, but how to interpret different ways. So what I did was, besides making the material lighter, I put it more so in my voice and my inflections, so it can go with the show. Because of course, Brooklyn Nine-Nine is a drama. It's a comedy. It's a comedy show. Yeah. So I understood their note and I understood their change, and I respected it all the way. But I also, as you pointed out, y'all ain't finna put me on this thing if I get this and have everybody clowning me like, oh, so we just a joke to you.
Right.
This is just funny. I was like, no, I still need to. So I made sure to just put it in my expressions and my in the way that I spoke. But not in the material itself, because the material was not funny. Them throwing a Black woman on a police car because she wouldn't show them what was in their bag when they had no point of stopping her is not funny. Yeah. So the writing was amazing. Dwayne Perkins, he was one of the co-writers on there. I'm sorry, I don't know the second writer, but I love Dwayne's work already. So when I saw he was one of the writers on there, I was like, this is so good. And they wrote it so well, to make sure that it wasn't perceived as a joke. So it wasn't just me having to go in as an actor and make it not funny, or try to make it something it's not. Is written on the page for you to deliver it, which was an amazing help. Because if it was a bad script and they were saying, okay, make this lighter, I think the reviews would be a bit different. And like, what are y'all trying to do here? So I'm so thankful that when I sent in that second tape, and that I did something right, because I booked it, and I'm still thankful. I mean, it's an honor to say that I'm not only on Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but I made it to their last season.
Yeah.
That is, I mean, and happy birthday, Andy Samberg. Today's birthday.
Oh yeah.
Yes. So it was great. It was great working with all of them, Andy and Stephanie. I would say this before I move on from that. Both of them, I've never, out of all the times that I've worked with other actors, and this is not a shade of any kind. I love everyone I worked with. And I'm sure Sam will probably even say something smart if he listens to this, Sam Richardson. Like, oh, so, but no, working with them, that was the first time where like the leads looked at me and was like, you want to go over your line? You want to go over the lines? You want to rehearse?
You kidding me? Holy shit. Okay. That's impressive.
I was like, yeah, because usually you're on your own. Yeah. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Not only the leads, but the producer of they're not about to say, yeah, you want to go over lines?
Yeah, yeah.
Because we were just, of course, because of COVID, we were already there. We were under this tent, but 6 feet away.
Sure.
And so we were just sitting there. And Stephanie, I love her. She started asking me about the character, and was like more so actually interested in Shawntay. Like, so how do you feel playing this role? Like, how did you feel when you got it? Like, that was a shock to me. Like, wow, she just having a whole conversation with me. I love it. Yeah. And then Andy and both of them was like, I mean, we just sitting here. Y'all want to go over the scene? Like, yes. So I would say it was a joy working with both of them, and they are like cool people in real life. You can't say that about everybody.
No, you can't.
And to be sure to folks listening to this, Sam Richardson and Tim Robinson are amazing people. I love them. It was great working with them too. Before anybody tries to say, well, she was trying. No, I love them too. They get on my nerves too. It was a joy. Come on, just bring Detroiters back. But that's another story.
Agreed. I mean, that's how I discovered you. Yes, I'm responsible for discovering you. No, but that's how I discovered your work. Knowing I was going to move to Detroit, I'm like, I need something to make me comfortable with a move after I've been in LA for 18 years. I need something. I've got family out here, but I didn't grow up here. I wish my show wasn't ending in November, because I have not enjoyed talking to somebody so much in a long time. This has been a fucking delight. This is going to come out in a few weeks.
Okay.
Wait, a few weeks? Yes, because Mort Krim came out today. I interviewed him.
Mort Krim! Chop of the week!
Yep. I had to. I had him on this week. My friend is next week. And then you will be the following week.
Okay.
Do you have anything to promote that's coming up? And where can people find you?
Yes. I have a new, I feel that it is a great short film. It is called Booked. Mm-hmm. It is an anti-sex trafficking film, and it's a human sex trafficking awareness film as well. It is going to be out. And I would say the first place it's going to be showing is here in LA, and then we're going to have a screening in Detroit. All is going to be in September. But for updates and all of that amazing stuff, you can go to bookedfilm.com. That's BOOKEDFILM.com. And you can follow us on Instagram. Please spread the word, because it is too many. Like, this is unfortunately, human sex trafficking is $1 billion business. Somebody's spending money. Mm-hmm. So we just got to get the word out, because this can be our sisters, our brothers, our nieces, our nephews, and our mamas, our dads, for real. Mm-hmm. So you can follow me on Instagram as well at Shawntay Dalon. It's Shawntay Dalon. But if you put Shawntay Dalon, that's SH, because my mom is different. My mom was real different. So my name, SHAWNTAY, and last name DALON. That's Shawntay Dalon. That is on Instagram and Twitter. I'm also on Facebook, but I mean, if you want to go on Facebook, I may not push that
I get it.
button, but it's just too many friend requests and people be kind of crazy. So, this was amazing. This was great. Thank you so much for contacting my folks, and I really enjoyed this.
I will just say, like, it's just one of those things, Detroiters I've now seen way too many times, over a dozen. Like, and it is now, it's no show's become comfort food this fast, but it is great. You're ridiculously funny on it. I can't recommend it enough. I absolutely agree that it needs a third season.
Come through.
Or more would be nice.
Come on. Speak it.
Exactly.
Speak it. Come through. It was amazing work on that show. Thank you so much.
Such a good fucking show. It's just, I
loved it. I do not have any complaints with it. It was great. I was piggyback on what Sam said in an interview recently of just don't think it was allowed to get its legs yet. Get its fair shake. Like when people don't know about a show, how can they watch it? Yeah. So I'll just say that.
I just discovered it, and that's not fair. That's not how it should have gone.
It's not.
I should have seen it originally.
I don't see now. It's really buffering. What is happening?
Oh no, are you losing me?
There we go. Maybe okay. I'll come back physically now.
At the last second, your hands will start moving again.
I know, right when we get off, the hands will start moving. But no, I thoroughly enjoyed Detroiters. I loved it. I love working with Sam and Tim and Leah. I love working with all of them. So I do believe, if given another chance, that we will do what it was meant to do. So
here's my hope. My thought on this is obviously all the careers are doing very well. But when the two leads are consistently getting new stuff, Sam is getting 2 fucking movies in one day.
Literally.
And with
Amazon
Ted Lasso,
Prime,
like Jason
Werewolves.
Sudeikis having Ted Lasso, the biggest show in streaming now. Fingers crossed.
And come on, Tim, I think you should leave. He's on his second season.
And you're great in that too. I should also point out that you're great in that show too.
Thank you. I mean, they are doing amazing work, and I love that I heard when I saw that Sam said that they wanted they would definitely do a third. So
it's good to hear.
I mean, come on. Two of some of the top right now, and you bring them together. Like, come on. And they for real best friends.
Right.
Like, they for real.
They're the 2 most adorable leads on a show, while also playing vile assholes. They're also adorable as shit.
Man.
And then Sam might be the handsomest man on television, and it's annoying how good looking he is. It's fucking hate it.
It was a pleasure when they were right in there, me hitting Sam.
Oh my God. It's so fucking funny.
I said, I would literally be at the table, Reese. Thank you, everybody. 'Cause I'm going to punch him for real. But he would say it, like, just punch me. You don't have to tell me twice.
Oh, shit. I just ate. Oh, it's so good. There's so much good stuff on there. Shawntay. Thank you so much for doing the show.
Thank you.
This has been a fucking delight. And thank you guys for listening. And as always, have a good thing. Comedy on Vinyl is a production of StolenDress Entertainment. It is produced by Mike Warden and is hosted and edited by Jason Klom. Our theme song was composed and performed by Richard Levinson. You can email us at podcast@comedyonvinyl.com. You can also send snail mail to StolenDress Entertainment, P.O. Box 805, Burbank, California, 91503. Subscribe to Comedy on Vinyl on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and anywhere else you can find podcasts. Give us a 5-star rating and write us a review. It helps. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Comedy on Vinyl, or find everything in one place at comedyonvinyl.com. A major portion of Comedy on Vinyl has been underwritten by Stand Up Records. Please visit standuprecords.com for all your comedy needs and tune in to the new Stand Up Records channel available on the Roku, where you can also find select episodes of this podcast. Visit StolenDress.com to listen to our other podcasts, watch videos, and imbibe freely of our multimedia content going back 15 plus years. StolenDress Entertainment.
Hey, it's my turn. Ah!